Let's start by talking about the drawings. The quality of the artwork in My Hero Academia is extremely high. Horikoshi is a great illustrator, able to convey his emotions and feelings very well. There are some parts of the manga where the drawing quality drops, for example at the end of volume 30 and in several other points, but overall the artwork is incredible. Every character has a unique face and distinguishing features that set them apart visually. There is an issue with the sexualization of female characters, since they are often drawn with overly large breasts, which has nothing to do with their beauty or depth as characters. In reality, regarding the rest of their physique, the girls are drawn very well and with correct proportions. The problem lies simply in the breasts. The characters all have unique personalities and grow significantly throughout the story. The manga is very well written, and the dynamics are always interesting. My Hero Academia is packed with fantastic ideas, and the quality of the dialogue is very high. One incredible aspect of My Hero Academia is the way Horikoshi remembers every single event in the story and ties them back to later events at just the right moments. The quirks that are shown are extremely creative, intriguing and versatile. There are so many different types of quirks. Quirks that make life easier, some that are true disabilities, powers that are very useful in combat, passive abilities that are always active, like danger sense, or quirks that are embedded in one's physical body, like Tsuyu and Mirko. There are also people who look like animals because of their quirks, and as a result, they face strong racism and hatred in rural areas. In the story, characters continuously evolve their quirks throughout the manga and keep getting stronger, creating new moves, attacks and abilities. Deku himself, for example, never stops evolving and developing his quirk. The ecosystem and the entire history of what happened since quirks first appeared is fascinating and believable. The concept and idea of quirk awakening is also well executed and interesting. The battles are very strategic and excellently written, with intriguing dynamics that exploit both the intelligence and weaknesses of the characters. Now, let's talk specifically about the negative sides and the manga as a whole. I think the first 34 volumes are absolutely incredible, but they are not perfect or a masterpiece because they still have a few rare problems, mistakes and moments that are given too little space. From volume 35 to volume 39, so most of the final war, the quality level is still the same as the first 34 volumes, but aside from some minor issues, the real problem is that no hero dies. Many villains die, but among the heroes there is literally no loss, which takes away a lot from the war and removes heavy consequences. The impact decreases drastically. Many characters, both students and professionals, should have died. This would also have been important to show the pure strength of the villains and the threat they represent. It would have made the conclusion of the story more powerful, heavier and bittersweet. Moreover, volume 37, especially Shoji's part, has several problems. And now we arrive at the last 3 volumes. Volume 40 has some mistakes. Beyond that, for me the main problem of the volume is still tied to the matter of death. The volume is very good and on the level of the previous ones, but several events related to the death of some characters should have gone differently. Now, volume 41. This volume is full of problems, inconsistencies and contradictions. Midoriya should have tried to reach Shigaraki with much stronger, sharper words. Once he realized that Shigaraki could not be helped in any way, he should have made the decision to kill him and stop him for good. Then, basing everything on the crying child inside Shigaraki doesn't work. Midoriya seems hypocritical, both for that concept and for the fact that he doesn't help the man in chapter 431. It's also important to remember that Midoriya is risking the death of the entire world. If Shigaraki wins at this point, the world and all living beings in it will be destroyed. So once it's clear that he can't be helped, Deku should have finished him. The Midoriya Shigaraki part is poorly written, whereas for example the 5 chapters in volume 39 about Uraraka and Toga are beautiful and perfect. The last part of the final war is full of mistakes and absolutely delirious. The epilogue of the story is a good epilogue, a good conclusion, but nothing more. It has several problems that could have been done much better. The truth is that to give a perfect ending to such a big story and to properly say goodbye to every single character, it would have really taken 30 or even 50 chapters. Overall, I think My Hero Academia is a very good manga, despite the problems in the final part. It's not unmissable or an absolute masterpiece precisely because of these issues, but I still strongly recommend it. If you generally like manga, it's a great read. That said, let me know what you think of My Hero Academia. See ya!